Hello everyone, we're the Bedtime History family. I'm Breck, the creator of a history podcast for kids and families. Be sure to check it out. We also love to travel and learn from the world around us. Come along as we visit the Mystico Hanging Bridges Park outside La Fortuna, Costa Rica. In this episode, we'll see a volcano, waterfalls, hanging bridges, the beautiful rainforest, and monkeys. Mystico Park is a 30-minute drive from the city of La Fortuna, and by the time we got there, it was raining. That should be no surprise in Costa Rica, where it's constantly raining. That's why it's called a rainforest, and why it's such a lush and beautiful place to visit. But fortunately, we were prepared with waterproof shoes, pants, jackets, and hats, so the rain wasn't a problem. The first sight you'll see after entering the park is a lookout and breathtaking panorama of the famous Arenal volcano. The volcano is an active andesitic stratovolcano, 5,000 feet high and relatively a young volcano, less than 7,500 years old, with its last eruption in 1998. It's considered one of the 10 most active volcanoes in the world. We also had a chance to see the volcano from our hotel, the Hotel Lomas del Volcan, which is built right at the base of the volcano. We learned that one reason Costa Rica has so many volcanoes is because the formation of the Isthmus of Panama, where Costa Rica is located, happened only around 3 million years ago, which sounds like a lot, but is fairly recent in the geological history of the Earth. For a long time, there was no land between North and South America, but around 20 million years ago, two plates under the ocean collided and caused volcanoes, and eventually land to form and bridge the gap between North and South America. This is also the reason you have so many animal species in Costa Rica, because this is where two continents met in the middle and became the land bridge between the two. The origin of Mystico Park dates back to the early 1900s when the Sanchez family, who owned the land and farmed it, dedicated themselves to keeping the beautiful rainforest intact, knowing the true value of the land lay in its natural treasures. Later in the beginning of the 21st century, the family hired a company to start building the hanging bridges so people all over the world could come and admire the beauty of the forest from above in a safe and comfortable way. As you can see, Mystico Park is also home to many waterfalls and streams. We loved observing each of the waterfalls, listening to the water rush down them and through the streams. The forest was alive with the sound of dripping water, insects, frogs, and the rushing of waterfalls and streams. The trail through Mystico Park is 2 miles, or 3 kilometers long, and includes 15 bridges, 6 of which are hanging bridges. The trail is fairly even and flat and takes around 1.5 hours without a guide and 2.5 hours with a guide. Once out on the bridges, the view of the forest below and Arenal volcano was breathtaking. Honestly, one of the most amazing views of my life. The bridges were well constructed, and we felt safe walking across them. Overall, we were very impressed with the design and construction of Mystico Park. All of the trails, bridges, and facilities were in great condition and well maintained. One benefit of the bridges is the unique view of the different layers of the rainforest, including the treetops, which are divided into the emergent layer, the canopy layer, and the understory layer. Here you are able to observe species of birds, insects, and some mammals you wouldn't normally be able to see from the ground. Over 700 plant species can be found in this forest, and you'll notice many different species, the diversity, even on a single tree. Costa Rica is one of the most biologically diverse places in the world. This means the number of different types of plants and animals concentrated in a single area. This area is especially diverse since it lies between the boundary of highland and lowland forest, integrating species from both areas. Mystico Park also includes more than 350 different types of birds, which can be spotted along the trail, along with 250 amphibians and reptiles and 120 plus mammals. One reason rainforests exist in places like Costa Rica is due to the high amount of rainfall, which takes place all year long, and the year-long warm temperatures. Most other places around the world have different seasons, but because Costa Rica is located near the equator, the temperature stays about the same year-round. Its rainfall has a lot to do with its location near the ocean, and that it's an isthmus, which means a narrow strip of land between oceans. There's also a really interesting relationship between the clouds and the rainforest. During the process of transpiration, rain is recycled from the rainforest to the clouds and back and forth in a continuous cycle. This is one reason it's important to conserve the forests here, because they contribute to the rainfall, and Costa Rica has used the rainfall to become energy independent. Most of their power is generated using rainwater, also called hydroelectric power. Visiting the Mystico Park rainforest reminded us of why rainforests like this are so important for the Earth. Around 20 to 30% of the oxygen on Earth are released from rainforests like this. That's a huge number. This is the air we and other animals breathe and need to survive. Rainforests are also important because they need carbon dioxide to grow, so they trap much of the carbon dioxide that humans have released into the air. This keeps the air cleaner and helps stabilize the climate and avoid climate change. Tragically, when forests are burned down, they release more carbon into the atmosphere, and it means less trees to capture the carbon. Costa Rica has done an amazing job over the years at reducing deforestation and planting new trees. And in places like Costa Rica, forests grow back quickly and help make the Earth a better place to live. Rainforests also create more rain, which the Earth needs in the cycle of transpiration. The rain created in rainforests ends up in places far across the Earth. Near the end of our hike, we saw someone pointing at movement in the trees. And watching closely, we were fortunate to see a family of monkeys swinging through the trees. Without a doubt, Mistico Arenal hanging bridges was definitely one of the highlights of our trip to La Fortuna, Costa Rica. And I highly recommend making the trip out to see the wonders of the rainforest from above. It gave us a chance to learn more about the importance of rainforests to the Earth and the health of human beings, and to appreciate it up close. These are fragile environments crucial to the health of our planet, and we must do everything we can to keep places like Costa Rica safe. We hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe and check out our other videos about Costa Rica. In our other video, we visit the Bogarín Sloth Trail, where we get to see sloths, red-eyed tree frogs, and other amazing wildlife. Be sure to check it out.